important thing which will probably attract the foreign companies is an abolition of the angel tax.
So there were indirect emphasis that were laid on it. Yes, it wasn't enhanced or focused on primarily as the kind of focus that they had on the youth and the skilling and women and technology. And for women, of course, they have given a lot of benefits for them to come out of their cougarish behavior in terms of being in a village and now thinking about themselves as entrepreneurs.
विपक्ष काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग है, विपक्ष को जवाब देना पड़ता है, तो विपक्ष को जवाब देने का ये एक इनडायरेक्ट रूप में ये तरीका है कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट जो है उसे कम करेंगे तो नेचुरली देश का भी भला होगा और हमारी सरकार का भी भला होगा और जनता का भी भला होगा.
It is a big day for every common man today. The budget 2024 is finally being tabled and is being presented at the parliament by our very own finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman. What are the surprising elements in that? What are the changes? The new tax regime is being revised, the angel tax system is being abolished and many more. Let us try to decode budget 2024 by speaking to certain experts.
The budget is progressive because budget is focusing on 5 themes which finance minister started by saying. So it was an MSME, agriculture, rural and urban housing, and export oriented. Research sector, they want to spend a lot of money on that. I think that from that angle it's quite progressive, yes.
So they have also revised the new tax regime. What is your take on that?
Yeah, so as far as the salary tax is concerned, they have increased the standard deduction. So you are getting some amount more there. Otherwise, there is not much change in the direct tax, but in case of a long-term capital gain tax, short-term capital gain tax, there is an increase and that got immediately. I think stock markets have not liked it and probably after that there is a recovery. Another important thing which will probably attract the foreign companies is an abolition of the angel tax. So angel tax abolition is a very good step in the right direction. They have reduced 5% tax on the foreign companies from 40% to 35%. That will bring the foreign direct investment. These two things will definitely help. Yeah.
So since you mentioned angel tax, will it benefit the startups? I mean, how will it benefit the startup?
Yeah, so the whole angel tax, removal of an angel tax, and they used to give a tax holidays, etc. Instead of the whole angel tax has gone out, so that has completely relieved the startup.
Now moving to the common citizens, common man, what's cheaper and what has become more expensive? For example, they have made the announcement that mobile phones and chargers will get cheaper. What do you have to say about that?
Mobile phone is no more, it's a necessity you will find with a vegetable vendor or probably the lowest of the lowest category of person who would have to have mobile phone is a necessity. Mobile phone is given cheaply, then you are further encouraging this particular thing.
So ma'am, did you feel there was any surprising element in the budget?
I don't think there was any surprising elements as such in the budget, but definitely it was a progressive, long-term, thought-out budget which can reap positive results in the future.
Okay, so now since you come from an automobile background, there was not much emphasis laid on that. What do you have to say about that?
So there were indirect emphasis that were laid on it. Yes, it wasn't enhanced or focused on primarily as the kind of focus that they had on the youth and the skilling and women and technology and many others factors. But definitely it had an indirect benefit in terms of clean energy, climate change focus on EV, focus on green energy, agriculture. All this is going to give a fillip to the industrial development of the country.
What about the youth and women? The focus was mainly on the youth. What do you have to say about that?
I think the youth as a PM package has definitely been given a ground reality thundering check to be able to come on their toes and start working hard now. With the PM package of 10 lakhs that has been given with 5,000 and 6,000 benefits that they're getting as emoluments, and also a CSR benefit to the company for the 500 companies that they've approached, is going to be a huge fillip for them to come and be answerable for and have their focus on that now. So that's huge. And for women, of course, they've given a lot of benefits for them to come out of their cougarish behavior in terms of being in a village and now thinking about themselves as entrepreneurs. Leading from the front rather than leading from the back is going to be a huge fillip for them.
तो सर क्यों लगता है आपको फोकस आंध्रा और बिहार पे क्यों स्पेसिफिकली किया गया?
ये पॉलिटिकल कंपल्शन है, मजबूरियां हैं, वोट चाहिए हमें और मुझे बैक ऑफ द माइंड ऐसा लग रहा है अगर इस तरह का ही हमारा व्यवहार रहा तो जो महाराष्ट्र में लोकसभा में सीटें कम मिली है वैसे ही मैं एक पर्टिकुलर पार्टी का सपोर्टर नहीं हूँ, लेकिन बीजेपी की सरकार यहाँ रहेगी ये भी मुझे डाउट लगता है।
अच्छा, तो आप ये बात कर रहे हैं जहाँ हम पॉलिटिक्स की तरफ थोड़ा सा देखें, इस बार के बजट में हमने ये देखा है कि जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, बेरोज़गारी है, उस पर भी काफ़ी फोकस किया गया है। सरकार ने काफ़ी मतलब इंटर्नशिप्स अनाउंस किए और काफ़ी चीज़ें। तो क्या आपको लगता है ये ऑपोजिशन के दबाव में आकर कहीं ना कहीं उन्होंने ये स्टेप लिया और लोकसभा में जो नतीजे आए उसके मद्देनज़र रखते हुए भी ये फैसला उन्होंने लिया?
मैं आपकी बात से पूरी तरह सहमत हूँ। विपक्ष काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग है, विपक्ष को जवाब देना पड़ता है, तो विपक्ष को जवाब देने का ये एक इनडायरेक्ट रूप में ये तरीका है कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट जो है उसे कम करेंगे तो नेचुरली देश का भी भला होगा और हमारी सरकार का भी भला होगा और जनता का भी भला होगा। शेयर मार्केट के लिए जो सबसे ज़्यादा निराशाजनक चीज़ है वो लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन टैक्स बढ़ा दिया है और शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन टैक्स बढ़ा दिया है। इसलिए देखिए आप जब भी माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी ने अनाउंसमेंट जिस बारे में किया करते ही शेयर बाजार का ग्राफ एकदम डाउन आ गया।
Overall borrowing by the government has been kept at a very low level, even less than the last year at 14 lakh crores, and the net borrowing at 11 lakh crores, and overall fiscal deficit because the government received more than expected dividend from the Reserve Bank of India, and that benefit she has taken here by earlier against 5.1% fiscal deficit in interim budget. Now it is only 4.9. That has made our India's journey towards the next committed target of 4.5 by 2025-26.
What were the misses for the Indian investors in the budget 2024? What part the government missed to address?
That see now capital market being buoyant and a lot of IPOs are recently have been very successful, and multinational, our own corporates, our MSME, all of them need to tap as much capital market. So the overall capital market is doing very well. So in terms of the capital gain, that 2 years as far as the short-term gain, and long-term beyond 2 years, and of course the taxation per se, there it is 12.5%, here it is 20%. Now had that could be given some more benefit in the short-term gain, giving it a little more longer period, as well as also the rate of taxation reducing. This would have enabled them to really invest in such IPOs or give a capital impetus. So plus again now, because they are very much worried about individuals losing money.
One interesting scheme that they came up with is, according to me, there's always been a disparity. People are looking for jobs and people are wanting the right people. So the government here has realized that there is a requirement for this, and they have come up with schemes for internship programs for the industry, and I think that's fabulous.
So sir, overall what do you feel about the budget? How was it? Was it average? Was it very good? Was it for a long term?
For a long term, yes, but I would say that there were positives and there were negatives. I will analyze it differently, good or bad or not like that, but many positives and some of the negatives. Negatives in terms of capital gain on short term and long term investment in the equity market. So that negative, of course, you saw that in the market, it has recovered a bit, but that was a kind of a negative. But otherwise, there were many positives, like reforms in agriculture, in terms of land registry, farmers registry, that will, and also a lab for biodiversity.
So you've heard the experts' opinion, but what is your take on budget 2024? Were there certain surprising elements, or was it very usual? Was it predictable? Was it unpredictable? Shoot your views in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Free Press Journal for more such stories. Thank you for watching.